Alright, this is Mr. Gillum, and today we're looking at an example from your Practice and Problem Solving book on page 31. The example says, all the comic books in a store are the same price. Vera buys 3 comic books for $7.50. How much do 5 comic books cost? How much do 8 comic books cost? So, again, with the Ready Math series, I've noticed that they do a lot of multiple questions all squished together. Sometimes it can be easy to overlook parts that you haven't answered yet. So we need to figure out how much do 5 comic books cost and how much do 8 comic books cost. And so it looks like the book first takes the approach to find the unit rate. Because we know that all comic books at the store cost the same price, we can figure out the unit rate by saying, okay, well, $7.50 for 3 comic books, how much would be 1 comic book? So when I think about that, I could do long division, but I know that $2.50 is 1/3 of $7.50. So I can do the long division here too as well, though. My little decimal point up there. And so I see that $2.50 would be the cost of 1 comic book. So if I know that 1 comic costs $2.50, then I know that 5 comics must cost $2.50 times 5, and 8 comics must cost $2.50 times 8. Alright, and so when I do that, when I multiply $2.50 times 5, I will get $12.50, or when I multiply by 8, I'll get $20. So you can see that that's one way. One approach to taking it would be find the unit price and just quickly solve the problem using multiplication with the 5 and the 8. But there's another way to do it as well, and that would be with a chart. And sometimes this is more helpful for some students. I might erase this whole thing here and make room for a chart. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about what the given information is. In this case, it says there's 3 comic books for $7.50. So I have my initial values here lined up. The cost per comic book can be found by using addition or unit price or whatever it is. One of the ways that we do it in class immediately is we think about what other values are equivalent ratios. And so I think, okay, well, if I multiplied it by 2, that'd be $15 for 6 of them, right? And that's a little too much. So I may try to find the unit price again by dividing by 3. If I divide by 3, I know that I'll have $2.50 for every 1 comic book. So I can figure out a lot of different values in my table once I know the unit price. In this case, I could just double 1 to get to 2. I can add certain numbers up to find the value that I'm looking for. On the table, the values that I need to find are this one, how much it will cost for 5, and how much it will cost for 8. So I can do that any combination of ways by adding the numbers together, by multiplying certain numbers, and all the methods we talked about in the videos prior to this as well, manipulating our table. But as long as all the ratios stay equivalent and the unit price for each of them is the same, you can find the values for 5 comic books and how much it will cost for 8 comic books. So that's it for today.